All forms of life depend on the presence of water. Without water, there can be no crops, no food. But water is a scarce resource. And where water is scarce, good water management is necessary. With this scarce resource, enough food has to be grown to feed the people, and at the same time provide an adequate living for the farmer. Unfortunately, agricultural productivity is low in many areas of Sri Lanka that rely on irrigation. There are various reasons for this. In many areas, land holdings are small. Agriculture communities disorganized. There's poor water management, a lack of any integrated farming system, limited knowledge of new technologies, extension services are inadequate, and there are difficulties in securing the capital needed. JICA, the Japan International Cooperation Agency, began the project to promote technical cooperation. The project, titled The Project on Increasing the Capacity of Integrated Management in Irrigated Agriculture in the Dry Zone, shortened to the ICIM project. Participating in the ICIM project are the Ministry of Irrigation and Water Management, Ministry of Agricultural Development and Agrarian Services, the Northwestern and North Central Provincial Councils, and other counterpart agencies. The ICIM project commenced in June 2007 and the duration is 4 years. Officers and bring about close cooperation between all parties with the common goal of achieving beneficial changes together. As one participant put it, together we are strong. Therefore, strengthening the capacities of the farmers' organizations known as the FOs and officers was a priority. Farmers were encouraged to work together as a team and become self-reliant in the decision-making process. A baseline survey was carried out. Community action plans, known as CAPs, were developed to address the problems identified in each component. To implement this CAP, 4 subcommittees were set up for paddy, irrigation, homestead improvements, and livestock development. Farmers, with the assistance of the officers, identify their real problems in agricultural production. Together, they propose the strategies and what action will be taken to solve problems. This is the Community Action Plans, or the CAP, at work. The CAP arrive at the best solution to problems and identify opportunities as well. Strengthening the farmers' organizations entailed extending their membership and formulating a new constitution that permitted the creation of subcommittees. FOs were reorganized with the appointment of new office bearers who are capable, committed, and can spare the time for community work. A revolving fund was established. Its purpose was to secure adequate capital for each subcommittee to enable them to purchase inputs. Farmers were issued with passbooks to keep a record of their financial transactions and introducing greater transparency in the working of the FOs. Agriculture and livestock officers visiting and giving instructions to farmers. As a result of strengthening of the FOs, agricultural extension services to farmers have also become more effective. Extension officers go to the village more frequently. They now address groups of farmers, a more efficient way to provide instructions in practices aimed at increasing crop yields. And water management in Sri Lanka is for there to be a fair, stable, and transparent issue of water. In the 2 cropping seasons, Yala and Maha, the water issue rule is decided in the Kanna meetings. All too often, decisions taken are rendered ineffective and disregarded. The subgroup keeps farmers informed, community agreements are signed, and rehabilitation is planned with the aid of the irrigation department and the JICA experts. In the JICA project, an irrigation subgroup was set up in the FO to determine and follow the water issue rule and act in the best interests of the farmers. Farmers need to be involved in the water issue decision up to the end of the canal. The subgroup also identifies where rehabilitation of the canals is urgently needed, along with operation and maintenance concerns. Farmers themselves work voluntarily together on rehabilitation work, acting as masons, carpenters, and unskilled laborers. No outside contractors are involved, no subcontractors engaged. The farmers are motivated and together share a sense of ownership and achievement. With rehabilitated canals fully serviceable, proper water management and O&M can occur. Paddy, homestead development and systematic livestock production. The rice yields at all three sites were poor when the ICIM project was to begin. This was due to poor crop management, inadequate land preparation, inferior quality seeds, unwise management of fertilizers, pests and diseases, and finally, poor harvest handling. Farmers were not familiar with integrated pest management known as IPM and were using insecticides indiscriminately. Building on the on-the-job training formula, demonstrations, study tours, training programs got underway, promoting technologies to improve farmers' knowledge and skills. Farmers were introduced to mold-board plows. Deep plowing improves the quality of land preparation, bringing nutrients closer to the surface where they can do more good and produce a stronger and more plentiful crop. Another strategy used by the extension workers to improve paddy yields was the introduction of new field establishment methods. New technologies to establish seedling or seeds in the field, such as parachute and row seeders, were demonstrated on selected farms. Farmers were introduced to the latest in integrated pest management. In the field, they were shown how to recognize the plant diseases and pests that rob the farmer of a good crop year after year, and how to overcome these problems in their own farms. Context of an integrated farm approach, the ICIM project highlights the rewarding role that the homestead can play. With careful planning and wise choice of crops that command a good price, the homestead can contribute significantly to the family income. With the use of new technology, awareness of what high-yielding varieties to grow, plus efficient management of fertilizers and best practice in integrated pest management, homestead development has a bright future. It is planned to extend this aspect of the ICIM project to more farmers. Many farmers allow open grazing. Milk yields are low. Many farmers fail to milk the cows. A farmer's livestock group was assembled and instructions given on nutrition, pest and disease control, good milking methods, construction of cattle sheds, pasture cultivation, and other aspects of systematic livestock production. Cattle sheds were constructed and good healthy animals purchased with the help of the revolving fund to form a small herd of milking cows. In the 3 ICIM project locations, 40 dairy units have so far been established. Repayments of revolving fund money is reinvested to purchase more cows for subcommittee members. Milk is taken to collection points where a quality control system operates and the milk yield from each farm recorded. The milk is sold to the milk company. The ICIM project is multidisciplinary and takes an integrated approach to farming. It brings together a wealth of expertise and wide experience with the objective of increasing agricultural productivity and boosting the income of farm families. It brings about the participation of the farmers and their communities. For the
ඒගොල්ලෝ ලව්ව පුහුණුවීම් කරා. ඊට පස්සේ ආදර්ශ ගවගාල් 5ක් දීලා තියෙනවා. දැන් ඒ ආදර්ශ ගවගාල් තුල තමයි පුහුණුවීම් කටයුතු කරන්නේ. ඒක අර පිට ගෙනihin කරනවට වැඩිය ගොවියන්ටත් පහසුවක් දීලා තියෙනවා. ඒ වගේම කිරි අපි ඉස්සර කිරි අලෙවි කෙරුවේ ගොඩක් දුර ගිහිල්ලා දැන් අපේ ගමේම තියෙනවා කිරි එකතු කරන මධ්‍යස්ථාන දෙකක්. ඒ කියන්නේ ගොඩක් මේ ජෛක ව්‍යාපෘතිය මගින් සත්ත්ව පාලනයට ලැබුණු අනුග්‍රහය හින්දා අපිට කියන්න පුළුවන් කිරි නිෂ්පාදනය මේ ශ්‍රී විදාරක විසංවිධාන බල ප්‍රදේශයේ ගොඩක් දියුණු වෙලා තියෙනවා කියලා.
In all three locations, the aim of ICIM to increase farmers' incomes is being realized. Providing a more satisfying lifestyle is also being achieved. Giving the farmer and his children a promising future is becoming a real prospect. But there is a great deal more to do. Most importantly, the ICIM project stakeholders have to remain committed, enthusiastic and actively involved. But it is up to FOs and their farmer members to have confidence and never give up, for it is they who have the most to gain. So let us get together, because together we are strong.